Hello my random stars, welcome to this week's video. Woo! As you read by the title, this is going to be a week in the life reset for 2026. But before we get into the video, you may notice the intro and maybe outro location is different. And that's because I've been really busy with subbing and I had subbing today. And I really want to get this video, like the second video done. But every time I get home, I don't feel like doing the intro and outro. So I thought I might as well do it after school while I'm still not home. So yeah. Hopefully the third video of the year, and after that, intro and outro will be at home. But for this one, and hopefully only for this one, like this video, the intro and outro would be here at the library. But like I mentioned, this video is going to be a weekend life video. I started filming December 29th to January 4th, and a lot's happened like during the first 2 days of the year. So that's what this video is going to be. So with that being said, enjoy the video. For some reason, on December 29th, I had a late start to my morning and woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning. After waking up, I of course had to get my glasses on. And then it was time to get out of bed. As I woke up, Brownie wanted some attention and was looking very cute. And Chester was being cute as well. And I was like bugging him while I was eating. Speaking of eating, at 9:20 it was time for breakfast. And of course I'm cooking eggs for breakfast. And of course I had coffee. And before I knew it, the eggs were done. And it was time for breakfast. While I was eating breakfast, Brownie and Chester were being cute on the couch. And at 10 a.m., after Brownie and Chester were being cute, it was time to get ready for the day. And then just like that, I was all ready to go for the day. At 10:30. Also at 10:30, it was time to do the dishes. Soon after doing dishes, it was time to clean the floor. After cleaning the floor at 12 p.m., it was time to edit a video. And the video was the last video of the 25 days of Shortmas series. And 30 minutes later at 12:30, it was time for lunch, and I had carbonara for lunch. And at 1:20, it was time to get back to work on the video. And at 3 p.m., it was finally time to render the video. While I was rendering, I worked on the thumbnail. And after it was done rendering, I cleaned up the couch so I could get ready to film the Christmas video. And then it was time to film the Christmas video. And if you recall from the Christmas video, I had to film this twice. And here's why. Alright y'all, I was in the middle of filming my Christmas video and the SD card decided to act stupid. So hopefully I get my footage back somehow. And if I don't, then I might have to film the Christmas video again. Guess we gotta try to recover this. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, I was unable to recover the footage, so I had to refilm the video. But after that, it was finally time to clean my room. After started cleaning my room, it was time to have hot chocolate, and decided to have the hot chocolate that I got for Christmas. And then we had meatloaf for dinner. And then at 8:20 I was playing The Sims. And then Chester and Brownie were being very cute, and that's all I got for Monday. Now it's time for Tuesday. And 8:20, the first thing that happened was Chester being cute, wanted attention. And Brownie was being cute as well. And then Brownie was being silly. This is silly. At 11, I was back on the computer, as in the Christmas video. After an hour of editing, at 12 p.m., I was at the trail with dogs. And at 3 p.m., it was time for therapy. And then it was 3:40, which meant I had to get hot chocolate because it was time to get ready to go to Winterfest. I also got my water bottle ready to go. And as you see, I was using my new water bottle that I got for Christmas. After the hot chocolate was ready to go, it was time to change for Winterfest. And just like that, at 5 p.m., it was time for Winterfest to start. And I got a nice picture of the sunset. And I got a nice video of this tree before it was time to go home. And at 10 p.m., I was finally home, and Brownie and Chester were happy. And that's all I got for Tuesday. Now it's time for Wednesday, aka New Year's Eve. 8:30 the next day, Brownie and Chester were being cute. And of course I had to mess with Chester. And he was not happy. He thought I was crazy. And then after messing with Chester, I did have to get ready for work because I had to work at Ultimate Minion on New Year's Eve. Even though I had work, I still had enough time to take Brownie and Chester to the park. And Brownie was running around. And I also had time to edit the Christmas video. And at 12 p.m. I had lunch at Perfectly Frank's. And the hot dog was good. And at 2 p.m. it was time for the game. And at 4 p.m. the game was over. And as you can see, we unfortunately lost the game. And as you can see, we got 73 and App State got 81. And I was not happy. But after the game at 5 p.m. I had Winterfest for one last time. And at 9:30 the polar bear was taken down and I was upset. So I tried to give him CPR. Which obviously didn't work. Because it's a polar bear. Anyway. At 10:20 I was finally home and I was tired. And it was time to unpack. And change out of all the layers I was wearing for Winterfest to get into comfortable clothes. And I also finished a Christmas video just before 11:40 when it was like 15 minutes before the ball drop. And I was celebrating with Brownie and Chester. And I also turned on the lights for the tree for one last. And then it was time to get the wine ready for the ball drop, or so I thought. Okay, we don't have wine this year, so instead we're getting shots of Bailey's cream. Yep, right here. Not until midnight though. Hopefully I go to bed still. Yes, that's right, I had Bailey's cream instead of wine because I was out of wine, but Chester was on the couch ready for the new year. Or so I thought, because he fell asleep. But Ronnie was up and ready to go for the new year. And at 11:57, it was almost time for the ball drop. And I was getting very excited. And at 11:58, Chester was finally up just in time for the ball drop. Which happened 2 minutes later at midnight. And of course I was going crazy.
Oh my God.
And just like that, it was 2026, and I was happy. And I had to give Chester a kiss, and he was not happy. And he was thinking I was really crazy for this. And he was growling at me. And then 1 minute after the ball drop, at 12:01, the fireworks have started, and Brownie and Chester go crazy.
What? Is it the fireworks happening again? I hear it too. I hear it too.
Although, like last year, I did not see them, but I heard them.
I don't see the fireworks yet.
And I guess Chester was upset I didn't see the fireworks yet. So then I went outside with Brian and Chester to see if we could see some fireworks. And of course, Brian and Chester was still barking at the fireworks.
I hear fireworks. Where's that come from?
Brian was barking like crazy at the fireworks. And this year, I finally caught a firework on camera. And here it is in slow motion. Pretty cool, right? After that, I waited to see if there was any more, but there wasn't. And Brownie was freaking out. And I heard another one, but barely caught it on camera. Here, that is in slow motion. And Brownie was freaking out again. And even though I had given up on getting the fireworks, Brownie was still freaking out about them. Before I even had a chance to go to bed. And then I finally went to bed, and Chester and Brownie took turns sleeping in my room. And then it was the next day, aka 2026. At 9:30 in the morning, Chester was being cute. And yes, even though the video was done exporting, it was time to upload the video. And at 11:30 we had an early brunch at First Watch for the first time at the new location. After that, I was in the car with Chester, and that was because at 12 p.m. we took Brownie and Chester to the trail. And then, when we got home, it was sadly time to take down the Christmas tree. And just like that, the tree was packed up until next Christmas in 2026. Shortly after taking down the tree, I got my new cup that I got for Christmas and hot chocolate. And I tried out a new hot chocolate that I got for Christmas as well. And it also came with marshmallows to go with the hot chocolate. While I was in the microwave still, I actually got the cookies ready because the hot chocolate came with cookies that I wanted to try. As soon as I got the cookies ready, the hot chocolate itself was ready. And this is what the hot chocolate and cookies look like together. And then shortly after I had hot chocolate with the cookies, Brownie was barking at nothing. Like a little idiot. And then Brownie and Chester being cute sitting together.
No.
But then Chester wanted to move to the couch while Brownie stayed on the chair with my dad. And then Chester wanted to sit with me, but he was struggling to get up.
Oh my god, Chester, come on. You got this.
But after a minute of trying to get up, Chester finally got on the couch with me. And after Chester got on the couch, that's all I got for Thursday. Now it's time for Friday. At 8:30 the next day, Brownie woke me up in my room. Wanted attention. And then he wanted to sit on the couch with me. And then Chester got jealous that Brownie was on the couch with me. And Chester got so jealous that both Brownie and Chester were on the couch with me. And then Brownie went to sit on my chest with me. And after lunch at 1:40, I wanted to try the new Corolla hot chocolate, which looked like this, and I was not a fan of. As you can see, and this is my first and last time trying it. And at 4 p.m., I had a late film start to Meg Cartoon Rewind video. And then it was time to clean up for the intro and outro and film the intro and outro to the New Year's Rewind video. And at 5 p.m. I wrapped up filming and Chester wanted to get on the couch with me. And that's a lot of trying and giving up later.
Chester.
Finally got on the couch. And that's all I got for Friday. Now it's time for Saturday. First thing Saturday at 8:40, Brownie was barking like crazy because he wanted to go for a walk. Instead of going to karate at 11:30, I had work, but first it was time for hot chocolate and coffee. At 12 p.m., it was officially time to go to my camera. For for the game. Or should I say games, because we had a double hitter on this day. At first I decided to get a band shot, because I was able to. Then it was time for the first game, which was a women's game, which we won. So we won with a score of 73 to 68, and I was happy. Before game 2, aka the men's game, I had a pretzel. And before I knew it, it was time for the men's game at 3:30. And funny enough, during halftime, we did the diaper derby again, which was really funny. And this time, there was 2 babies on the move. And if I remember correctly, I think this baby in the dark blue won. Then there was this like dance thing that I did not understand at all. Anyway, it might be hard to see, but unfortunately we lost the game. And that's because we got a score of 86 and the other team got 93. And I was not happy. Oh well. On the way out after the game, someone was playing a trumpet outside. And I was very confused. And then we got home and I found out I got a new lunchbox. And it came with this. And a spoon to go with it. And then Brian and Chester were being really cute. And that's all I got for Saturday. Now it's time for Sunday. The last day of this video. On Sunday at 7:40, I did laundry because it was Sunday. And then Chester was staring at something outside. And I just saw there was like nothing out there. After that, 9:40, it was time for church, and I was acolyte on this day. As you can see, I was the torchbearer. And finally, it was 10:15, which meant it was time for church. And this particular service was mainly just lessons and singing, so not much going on that's special. But anyway, after church, at 12:40 p.m., I was at Haircuttery to get a haircut with my mom. And this is me after the haircut, and my mom did not get one. But what do y'all think? After that, we of course went to Olive Garden for lunch. And we got artichoke dip for appetizer. And of course the salad. And I got the chicken parmesan for a meal. And then we went to Pale Horse to get hot chocolate, and I got a picture with a skeleton. And then we were home and Chester was happy. And then Brian was being cute as well. And then it was finally time to fold laundry. And also the day after filming this video, it was back to school and I was doing a long-term gig, so I had to get my lunch ready to go for the next day. Of course, I'm packing leftovers from Olive Garden. After that, Chester was being needy.
What was that?
And then it was 10 p.m., which meant it was time to get ready for bed because I was tired and had a long day ahead of me. And that's all I got for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. And now it's time for the outro. Bye. Y'all, that's the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed the weekend life. As you may notice, a few things were different. Like, I didn't have karate like the first week of the year. Instead, I did like camera for basketball a lot. My hair got shorter because I got a haircut, as you may notice. And also, at the time, I was not subbing. And now I'm doing this long-term gig, and it's been really, really busy. I'm like, I think I'm at the tail end of it, but I've been really busy with it. So far, it's good. But like I said in the intro, just for this video at least, I didn't feel like doing the intro and outro at home because it's been a long day at school with subbing. Also, just in general, when I get home, I just feel lazy and I don't feel like doing anything. But hopefully by the time I do this third video of the year, which I think at this point, it might be my birthday video. I don't know. Actually, maybe the video before this might be my birthday video. I'm not too sure. Videos are kind of slow. But for now, that's all I got for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all are okay with the new setting for at least this video. But yeah, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to keep on signing. Bye.